about 6 years ago, I wanted to build my favorite airplane. So I tried to figure out whether I was going to do it in balsa or concrete or whatever it was. And I settled on Lego. So I spent about 6 months thinking about what the airplane was going to be, which was a 777. And then number 2, how to construct it. And what I did was I got a scale rendering, if you will, on a plotter, so that it would come out approximately the smallest it could be with bricks, normal bricks. And this was it. So once I did that, I started to work, and I probably made one big mistake. I started the plane from the top down, and it wasn't until about a year later, was halfway through it, and I was running into real trouble, and I called. I spoke to somebody at Lego who was a builder, and he said, "Stop, halt, you got to start from the ground up." So anyway, I finished this. Took about 500 hours. Took about 5 years, and here it is. And then I finally found a place to get lights, which was basically a brick light company, that's here, and put those in. So now this is sort of complete. Secondly, I'm working on an Orca that's basically flying through the air and grabbing a seal.
And it's of a similar scale as this Boeing?
Yes, it's 7 feet long, and it was just finished this week after many years of procrastination. Because unfortunately, as much as I love Lego and as much as I love building, it doesn't. Every once in a while you get discouraged because you run into problems or whatever it is. Had lots of help from lots of associates in the Eiffel Group and Lego, etc. As to my past, I basically have been in the construction business for a long time, and also the computer business. And I'm now sort of retired, but I have a number of offers. I'm building a number of pieces for people for the future.
Sure.
And last but not least, there was a very large school in Manhattan that I built for the last year, and I just delivered that. And that was like 6x6 and 40,000 bricks.
Oh wow!
So that's kind of it. I love the process.
Sure.
I think the other side of it is that you can clearly over time, there's a lot of outlets that allow you to learn about the brick.
Definitely.
And number 2, so many pieces that materialize that you've been wishing for, and they suddenly come along where you see them at shows. So that's where I'm at.
So now when you're building this, what's your single greatest source of parts? Do you find yourself going on websites like BrickLink?
Yes, BrickLink was the website of choice, period. And I used to buy them at Lego, but the guys in the store, said, "Look, you're buying so many bricks, and I was frustrated because when you run out of bricks, I'm running off down the road."
Yeah.
I try to keep as many as I can, but BrickLink is really good. And the other thing is that you find the more you buy, you can call that person if they're 40 miles away in Baltimore or something, and just run over there and get it.
Yeah.
So it's a great convenience.
Totally, yeah.
And it's all Lego. There's nothing else in here that holds it together, other than some glue, obviously. And then the transport's an issue, but we've managed to do it. It takes 3 SUVs to take this, bring this through.
That's amazing. And so when you're kind of designing this or conceptualizing it, do you find yourself sort of drawing out blueprints, or you mentioned a scale model? Is that your process, just kind of build along?
When I do the side, the top, elevation, whatever, and I lay it out on a table, and then I start building. The difficulty with this model is that no matter where you are building it, you're always positioned on wheels, because to lift it up later on is almost hopeless. It weighs close to 200 pounds. So, but yes, I have to have a scale of the entire, side view of the fuselage, etc., etc., etc.